Before I start the video, I would just like to say that TMZ definitely has some subliminal racism, in my opinion, because a lot of the photos of black women they want to choose are unflattering of us and make us look angry. You know, that stereotypical angry black woman, when Keshia Pulliam is a very beautiful dark-skinned woman, you know, very nice teeth, very nice skin, very nice hair. Out of all the photos to choose, they chose this one. But let's continue. Keshia Pulliam is now a single woman. Her divorce was made final. Under the terms of the divorce, she gets primary custody of their 1-year-old daughter, Ella Grace. Ed Hartwell gets visitation rights. They had a fight over the child's last name. Each wanted theirs. In the end, they compromised on Ella Grace Pulliam Hartwell. This man denied that this was even his child, and now he wants this child to have his last name. He also has to pay $3,007 per month in child support. The divorce was granted on the grounds of adultery and cruel treatment. Keshia was represented by Tanya Mitchell Graham. According to legal documents obtained by TMZ, Hartwell admitted during the trial he lives with his lover, Tanya Carroll, who's pregnant with his child. Another issue came up during trial. Hartwell, a retired NFL linebacker, takes medication that impairs his ability to make decisions for the child. Sorry, they only have one child. Okay, let's talk about this. Remember Ed Hartwell tried to make it seem as if though Keshia Pulliam was the one who was cheating, that Keshia Pulliam was the problem, that he didn't know if this was the child. He was like, oh, she's, you know, taking trips out of town and stuff. She's an actor, okay? She has a job. And we still don't know what you do, because a lot of people keep telling me, oh, he's a former NFL player. Okay, that's what he used to do. But what does he do now? He doesn't play for the NFL, and he certainly can't play for the NFL anymore. I mean, those days are long gone and behind him. This man accused this woman of cheating when the whole time he was the one who cheated. And there were actually black male YouTubers who came out and made videos defending this man. This man was just reaching. He was reaching for anything that he could, trying to say that it was not his child, and he believed that she was cheating, when he was the one who was cheating, and it was indeed his child. Trying to say that she was spoiled. I never believed that. Trying to say that he told her he did not want a child. No, I don't believe that either. You're trying to tell me that at 37 years old, you told this woman, hey, you know what? I want to wait to have a child. Wait for when? This woman is 37, would have turned 38 when you guys are together. It's harder to have a child in your 40s. When exactly did you think you were going to have this child? I just never believed this man. He always came off as a liar to me. But let's continue to read some of these other articles that came up. We're going to talk about this one at the very end with this whole nanny business. But let's talk, because Keshia, I feel like you have to take responsibility for getting with a broke Dusty, okay? Why did you get with this man who everyone knew was a womanizer, who broke up with Lisa Wu Hartwell on Facebook by changing his status from married to separated? Why would you get with this man? Now, let's see here. It's over. Keshia Pulliam and Ed Hartwell's divorce is final. So their divorce just became final this year, okay? But yet this man left the home that they had together to go to another woman's bed and have a child with her. And here's what upsets me, okay? His aunt came out, and here we go. Let's make this big so you guys can see. First of all, nobody knows his aunt. Nobody asked her to comment, but she felt the need to. And this is what she said. Nothing happened to your sneaky ass. All of a sudden, you cook up a story of Ed doing and saying horrible things to you and trying to cause a miscarriage. Why the bleep were you on TV during interviews and all this extra stuff if that was the case, and not one mention of it? Even the day you all sit what, even the day you all slit. Okay, I think she meant sit, but she wrote slit. You said he left the house and called you. Not one mention of a foul word or argument between the two of you. I hope they don't fall for your foolishness. Sounds like you didn't get the sympathy you were dying for from that interview and had to cook up a BS story. Just move on with your life. This relationship was doomed from the jump. Best of luck finding the next man. You should have done right by T. It's no one's fault but your own. You sat around and waited till 37 to have a failed marriage and become nothing more but an old baby mama. I just want to say that ex-wives and baby mamas are not the same thing, okay? An ex-wife and a baby mama are not the same thing, and let's not disrespect ex-wives by calling them baby mamas, okay? Because she was indeed married. Now, no one asked this woman for her comment. Now, she's his aunt, meaning that she's even older than Ed Hartwell and Keshia Knight Pulliam. Why is it that a lot of these women feel the need to coddle these men when they make the mistakes that they make? Because he made his bed, so he should lie in it. Okay. Oh, I'm going to make a video about this later. This is a very interesting video I was watching, but let's continue. And I'm sure that men have dealt with these kind of women, and women have dealt with these kind of women in the family whom feel the need to comment on other people's relationships and get involved in other people's relationships when it's really none of your business. And that's not all. Okay. So here is the woman that he's with, posted up with her, okay, when he was still legally married, okay. He was still legally married to Keshia and admitted in court documents that he cheated on her, because remember, she even confronted him about his cheating, but she took him back. Now we have this woman named Audra McClemmer who's defending Ed Hartwell. Okay, now there's a YouTuber named Chrissy, and she did say something to me that made sense when it comes to sisterhood and everything. It is very hard to have a sisterhood when these black mothers and these aunts and these cousins coddle these men, okay, and never allow them to be men and own up to their mistakes because they keep making excuses for them. Now let's see what she says. Let's see here. She says, I'm sure we would all love it if Keshia said F him and let him see his daughter and stop being bitter. He has moved on. That same daughter that he denied, okay. But somewhere here he said, since y'all are all over Tanya, Carol's page, and Ed, go ask Keshia why she won't let him be part of his child's life. Remember, he didn't want to be a part of his child's life. Okay. Well, somewhere here, she said that he did not want to have a child right away. He wanted to get to know her. The post is still up and you can go check it out. Now, if you want to get to know someone, don't you think that you shouldn't marry them so quickly? No, here's what happened, okay? Ed Hartwell saw a come up in Keshia. He saw, okay, I could get some spousal support. I can get some funding for my gym, because remember, we still don't know what it is that this man does, okay? There are some articles saying that Keshia, and I never believed that Keshia stole this man. I believe that Keshia left the woman, I believe that Ed Hartwell left the woman that he was with to go get with Keshia because he saw dollar signs and he saw an opportunity for him to be taken care of and for him not to work. But he wants to have that same NFL life and not put in that same work. Let's read some of what's going on right here. Okay, so this, long story short, says that Ed was with Tanya, left Tanya to get with Keshia, okay, and then left Keshia to get back with Tanya. Now, Tanya, I want to know, what kind of woman are you to even accept this man back? And this is, look at this article right here. This man is a broke Dusty. Look at this. Keshia, who was introduced to Ed by his ex-wife Lisa, began ducking and dodging Lisa after she started creeping with Ed. This is a blog, guys. I'm on Sandra Rose. We don't know if this is true. But it does say here that Ed is unemployed. All right. Why would you get with a man who's unemployed? Keshia, all right, you have to take some responsibility for getting with a man who clearly does not have anything going for himself, because remember, he filed for bankruptcy. The home was foreclosed. He was $2 million in debt. Like, what are you really doing with this man? Okay, and he came out and he blasted Keshia for the mistress allegations. Here's why Ed Hartwell got with Keshia, okay? He got with her because he saw dollar signs, all right, even though he didn't get anything out of that divorce. He got with her, all right, because he said, oh, maybe I could get a reality show, because Ed Hartwell can't go back to playing in the NFL. We know that much. Okay, because there are plenty of documents saying that this man filed for bankruptcy, was $2 million in debt, his home was foreclosed. Till this day, we still don't know what it is that Ed Hartwell does for a living. And Ed Hartwell is petty. Let's go to his page and see. Mind you, this is a man who is barely ever on Instagram, so I found it very odd when he was posting some of the things that he was posting on Instagram. Let's see. This is loading. Let it load. Okay, mind you, this is a man who barely posts on Instagram, but all of a sudden, he wants to come and he wants to post this. Oh, clicked the wrong picture, guys. Sorry. All right, we got the right one now. I don't know why my computer's taking so long to load, guys. Okay, here we go. It says here, my baby, my life, my love, my true queen, hashtag life partner. Notice he didn't say hashtag wife, but okay, Tanya, you so desperate to have a man, you can have him. Now, I just found it odd that he would post something like that, considering the fact that this man really never posts on Instagram. He left that relationship, okay, after Keshia took him back with no couth. He did that to embarrass her because he wanted attention. Think about it. Ed Hartwell does not get any attention. He is always playing an extra in the parts, okay? Lisa Wu was the one we knew because she was with Keith Sweat, so she was a much bigger deal than Ed Hartwell. And then he gets with Keshia Pulliam, who is an actual star. Nobody cares about Ed Hartwell. This man, to me, is trying to get a reality TV deal. He's trying to get a come up. I wouldn't be surprised if Tanya even let him go marry Keshia so they can get some spousal support so that they can live off of, because he's claiming that Keshia was spoiled. That's what men will say, you know, when they're unemployed like Ed and they can't provide for their family like Ed. They'll try to call you spoiled and make you look like there's something wrong with you, when really they're just the ones that need to go out there and get a job and work. And Lisa Wu Hartwell, okay, had so much stuff to say. Let's not forget this woman lost custody of her children. Let's see why she lost custody of the children, okay? The judge felt the children at the time lacked structure in their lives, due in substantial part to the mother's numerous business ventures and frequent trips out of town. Mother has a history of spending money on herself excessively rather than providing for the children, misspending child support. There was some evidence at trial that the mother implicitly participated in robbing the father in the presence of the children. She also took money from the father prior to the initiation of this matter. This behavior causes the court to question the mother's maturity and judgment. But yet she has so much to say about Keshia Pulliam. Now, one thing I will say is Keshia is trying to ask Ed Hartwell to pay for a full-time nanny. Girl, just let this whole situation go. But I just want to say that I have never ever believed that Keshia Pulliam cheated on that man. I believe that man saw dollar signs, and when he saw that he was not going to come out on the up and up, he ran and he left. Comment below, let me know what you think. Subscribe.